Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 26th of August 2022 to talk about everything that went down tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. I want to apologize for starting this show late. I actually started watching Smackdown late and then had to catch up and stuff. So we're here, we're good. We're watching Smackdown. Well, we're not watching, we're talking about what we watched on Smackdown. So, yeah, we're doing good. And I thought this was a pretty good episode of Friday Night Smackdown. I do want to also say we've almost got a hype train going here on Twitch. I want to thank Esports Gaming for their Tier 1 subscription on Prime. And I want to thank Mr. Bangs You for his Amazon Prime subscription. Esports Gaming with his Tier 1 subscription here on Twitch, and Mr. Bangs with his Prime Gaming subscription. Really do appreciate that. I think if we can get one more, we hit the hype train. We've got 3 minutes to hit it. All we need is one more to hit that hype train. Let's go. But if you are watching live on Twitch, I want to say thank you. And I also want to say thank you if you're watching later, youtube.com/PWU Unlimited, or if you're listening on podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. I also want to say that if you are watching live, you can help us out a couple of different ways, either by hitting that donate button down below or donating Twitch bits in the live chat. That will also help with the hype train. But if you want to really help with the hype train, then you can subscribe to the channel one of 2 different ways. You can either subscribe with a tiered subscription, just like Esports Gaming just did for 4 months, or you can subscribe with Amazon Prime like Mr. Bangs You just did for 3 months. Now you got to do that Amazon Prime is you take that Prime account, you take that Twitch account, you link them together, bada bing, bada boom, you're Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, free stuff for games, and they always give you 1 free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month. And I'd greatly appreciate it if you did right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. But also remember, if you are watching on YouTube, you can help us out over there by hitting the join button to become a channel member. As a channel member, you get early access to news, early access podcast episodes, early access non-news videos, and so much more. There was a hair in my mouth somehow. I don't know why, but that was gross. But also remember, you can get all that but more directly support us by heading over to patreon.com/PW Unlimited. And also remember, head over to the Epic Game Store. Head over to the Epic Game Store and buy something, whether that's a new game, whether that's an old game, whether you're claiming a free game or you're getting bucks for Rocket League, Fortnite, or Fall Guys, or Rumbleverse. I always forget that one. It's Rumbleverse. It's Rocket League, Fall Guys, Fortnite, Rumbleverse. All of those have Twitch Store integration. Well, because 3 of them are Twitch game, or not Twitch Store, Epic Store. I don't know. My mind went blank. Epic Store integration. I've been running a mile a minute today, guys. I'm fucking lost like 2 pounds of sweat helping people move office furniture. It was bad. But when people that are going to be the same people that help you move ask you to help them move stuff, can't say no. Anyways, head over to the Epic Game Store. Use the code PW Unlimited on all Epic Games and Epic Game Store purchases, and you will be directly supporting us right here without having to pay anything extra. But with that, and I'm also out of water. Let's fucking go. With that, we got Smackdown to talk about. I thought Smackdown was pretty good, as the show did kick off with Ricochet versus Happy Corbin. Ricochet and Corbin had a good match, mainly because of Ricochet. He pulled off several impressive moves, and they did before this an earlier in the day thing where Corbin mocked Ricochet and promised to beat him tonight. On commentary, Michael Cole pointed out that Corbin suffered an injury to his funny bone. Ricochet had the early advantage with a standing shooting star press for a near fall. Corbin rocked Ricochet with the right hand to take over. Ricochet fought back and sent Corbin to the floor with a cool sequence. At ringside, Corbin launched Ricochet into the air, but he landed on a corner. He hit a corkscrew moonsault to the floor. Back from the break, Ricochet was firmly in control until Corbin slammed him on the commentary table. Corbin dropped Ricochet face first onto the turnbuckle for a near fall. Ricochet tried fighting back and went for a handspring elbow. Corbin recovered quickly and rocked him with a forearm. Corbin then went for an ended daze, but Ricochet countered into a DDT. Ricochet fired up, did a back flip off Corbin, and rocked Corbin with a knee to gain control. Hot Rod Bubba, they're filming 2 shows tonight. Corbin then responded with a deep 6 for a near fall. Ricochet knocked Corbin off the top rope. He went for a 450 splash, but Corbin moved out of the way. Corbin then dropped Ricochet for another 2 count, and Ricochet went for the recoil, and Corbin avoided it. Ricochet then rocked Corbin with a boot to the face. He followed this up with a shooting star press, and there we go. Picked up the victory. Ricochet defeats Corbin. They're filming, so they did the live episode of Smackdown, and they're filming next week's episode of Smackdown because come next Friday, they're already going to be in Cardiff. They're already going to be overseas. So they can't do a live Smackdown next week from wherever. So right now, as we speak, they are filming the second hour of next week's Friday Night Smackdown. We'll have spoilers up on the channel later on tonight as soon as those tapings are over and we get all the info from them. So, again, they are filming another episode of Smackdown tonight because they're going to be overseas next week. They can't just leave the day before. No. So they're going to film an episode of Smackdown tonight for next week. We will have the spoilers up on the either. Most likely I'll do a video, but if not a video, at least a post on the website. PWUunlimited.co. So after the match, Pat McAfee made fun of Corbin by doing a little play-by-play breakdown with his teleprompter. He's like, yeah, this man right here. And he kept circling his face. He's a loser. He lost. This man right here. When the back hit row approaches the Street Profits, they acted like they had a problem with each other and then instead all agreed they want the smoke and then walked off together. McIntyre says, what about Raw? What about Raw? Raw's going to be in Pittsburgh on Monday, live. They're not leaving a full week ahead of Clash at the Castle. They're leaving either Wednesday or Thursday for Clash at the Castle, hence why they can't do SmackDown on Friday. Actually, they may leave Tuesday. Last time they went to Saudi, they left on a Tuesday. But yeah, SmackDown or Raw's fine. Raw's fine. Esports Gaming, I have no answer for that because we don't even know if that's the actual plan yet. That is the proposed plan. That is what they would like, but we don't even know if that's solid. We don't even know if that's gonna happen. Yes, tonight's crowd sees 2 episodes of SmackDown. The live one that we watched that we're talking about right now, and then the one next week that'll see a bunch of stuff already announced, like Ronda Rousey's going to be on that show. Karrion Kross is going to be on that show. And wrestling. A bunch of stuff is announced for next week's SmackDown. And give me one quick second. Okay. That was it. Give me one second. Okay, so they had a great Drew McIntyre video package. It covered the beginning of his career, his WWE debut, his mother passing away, getting fired, making the return. I mean, it's a great video, but we've seen a lot of these Drew McIntyre retrospective videos in the last couple of years. So they're kind of not hitting the same mark as they used to. Well edited video, well put together video, all that jazz, but Then we got a Karrion Kross Scarlett interview. It was a short interview done in black and white. Kross didn't say much, but it had a cool look to it. Kross mocked McIntyre's story in the video package and warned him. We then had the last chance fatal 4-way, Sonya Deville and Natalya against Shotzi and Xia Li, Nikki ASH and Doudrop, and Dana Brooke and Tamina. For this being a fatal 4-way match, you would think, oh, okay, this is going to get a good amount of time. It went 3 freaking minutes. It went 3 freaking minutes. That was it. 3 minutes. Now, the next match got some time, 8 minutes, but this one went 3 minutes. And it wasn't all that good. You could tell it was rushed and that they just slapped it together. The highlight of the match was Dana Brooke giving Nikki ASH a superplex off the top rope to the outside onto a pile of everybody. Then Sonya Deville throws Nikki back in the ring. Tamina rocks Natty with a super kick to knock her off the apron early on. No. Yeah, we're just talking the finish because there's nothing to this match. I have full notes, but we don't need to talk about that. Full transparency, I had a friend do the notes for me since I was watching late. So these are not my notes per se. Just want to be full transparent on that. I had a friend take the notes for me. But Sonya Deville throws Nikki back into the ring after the superplex. And yeah, just pins her. Just pins her. That sets up Sonya and Natty against Raquel and Aaliyah later on tonight. They recap Sheamus winning the 5-way to become the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Then the Brawling Brutes made their way out to the ring. After a commercial break, they previewed SmackDown's Women's Championship title match, Morgan versus Baszler at Clash at the Castle. And I just bit my tongue. Ow. Owie. So the Brawling Brutes were out in the ring, and Sheamus discussed taking on Gunther next Saturday at Clash at the Castle for the title. He promised to defeat Gunther and leave Cardiff the new champion. Out would then come Gunther and Ludwig. Kaiser started to do Gunther's introduction, but Sheamus then cut him off. He claimed to be the real ring general and noted that he has wins over guys like Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, John Cena, and Triple H. Which is all true. Hell, he cashed in Money in the Bank on Roman Reigns. Hell, he won his first WWE Championship against John Cena in a tables match. So, Sheamus noted that they have some similarities, and he promised to drag the title away from Gunther and bring it to the red belly of the dragon. Gunther took the mic and claimed that there's no one like him. Sorry, I'm getting messages about the Smackdown spoilers at the same time as we're talking this. He vowed to chop Sheamus so hard that it will break him. And the fans tried giving Gunther the what treatment, and he just basically ignored it. Gunther and Sheamus went face to face. This was kind of a dumb spot here. So Gunther's right here. Sheamus is right here. They're standing, just staring at each other. Not moving like statues, no facial expressions, no nothing, just. And all of a sudden, Butch attacks Ludwig. And then Ludwig and Butch are going at it. And then Ridge Holland starts to get involved. And then Ludwig and Ridge get into it. And this and that. And they're all brawling around these two guys. And they're just standing there. I'm like, and eventually, Kaiser and Butch just knocked each other out after Ridge was taken out at ringside. From the back, Megan Morant interviewed Natalya and Sonya Deville. Now, what Sonya and Natty said means nothing, and no offense to them, because the whole time you're sitting there watching Nikki ASH and Doudrop in the background arguing. Like they're like, no. They're yelling at each other. They're getting animated. It seems heated and all that. I'm like, what? What are they arguing about? What are they all pissed off about? Because Nikki got pinned? And they're yelling at each other, and like, I guess Sonya and Natty trying to say that they're going to win and this and that. And yeah, no. Now came Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. They walked down to the ring to be there for the next match. But before that, there was a backstage segment with the Bloodline. Another great Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn segment. So in the back, Sami Zayn approached Roman Reigns' locker room, and the Usos answered the door and mentioned Montreal was on fire last week. Zayn says he wants to talk to Roman, but the Usos stopped him. However, Roman heard Sami and said, "Hey, come on in." We talked about last week when Zayn took the Claymore for Roman. Reigns thanked him and said that's something family would do. Zayn looked over at the Usos and agreed with Reigns. Zayn was thrilled to hear Roman call him family. Reigns needs Zayn to keep McIntyre occupied tonight, so take his eye off Clash at the Castle. Zayn said that it was a piece of cake and promised to get in McIntyre's head. Zayn was hoping they could do it together as a team And Reigns convinced Zayn, hey, you got this. Do it on your own. Jimmy and Zayn had a little special handshake, and Jay wouldn't shake Zayn's hand and kind of just kicked him out of the locker room. Then they had an 8.5-minute match. It was Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah against Natalya and Sonya Deville in the final Smackdown match in the Women's Tag Team Title Tournament. The match was okay. Nothing really special, though. Bayley was on commentary with Cole and McAfee. Kai and Sky just kind of stood there in the background. So Natalya had the early advantage with a side headlock. Aaliyah briefly fought back, and Natalya responded with a Michinoku driver on the floor, of all places. Aaliyah Raquel ran over to check on her partner. Back from a commercial break, Rodriguez fought Deville and Natalya on her own. She caught Deville and Natalya with a double suplex. The heels regained control and backed Rodriguez into the corner. Deville slowed down the pace with a chin lock. Rodriguez fought back and slammed Deville onto Natalya. Rodriguez recovered and ran wild on both heels. He then hit a corkscrew elbow on Deville to get a near fall. Rodriguez went for the Tejana bomb, but Natalya broke it up. Rodriguez broke free from a sharpshooter, and Deville caught Rodriguez with a knee for a 2. Rodriguez then fought back and hit the Tejana bomb and picked up the victory, advancing to the finals, even though Aaliyah really didn't do much here. And then Aaliyah just jumps into the ring. They hug, and they celebrate. Rodriguez and Aaliyah will take on Sky and Kai on Monday, become the new tag team champions. Pretty dang sure it's going to be Dakota and Neo. Sky and Kai got in the ring. They went face-to-face, and there we go. Then a Maximum Male Models segment. MMM, Triple M. We're in the middle of a photo shoot when Hit Row showed up. And I guess their bus started playing their theme song. Max Dupree got furious, but Maxine says she had a solution. After a break, Maxine showed up with Los Lotharios and they had spray paint. Later, Maximum Male Models and Los Lothario, I guess maybe they're all one and the same now, vandalized Hit Row's bus, basically writing on the side of it, Hit Row sucks. Hit Row then showed up, challenged them to a match next week, and go, oh, hey, by the way, this ain't our bus. Like, wait, what? And then the Street Profits walk out, and the heels ran away. The New Day returned in a really good segment here. Kofi and Xavier. Woods was sitting in a wheelchair, and Woods noted they usually smile and joke around. However, things are a little different right now. They were serious and addressed the Viking Raiders. The New Day talked about the Viking Raider funeral last week. Woods and Kingston teased it was the end of the New Day, and suddenly the Viking Raiders interrupted and mocked the New Day. They jumped in the ring and were ready to end the New Day for good. Kingston rolled Woods to the corner. He begged the Raiders to leave them alone. He then got them to turn their backs on Woods. Woods then stood up and revealed, I'm not hurt. He had a kendo stick, and he tossed one to Kingston, and they beat down the Raiders until the Raiders finally ran off. Good segment here. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. So they then showed the Usos approach Sami Zayn in the back. They got in Zayn's face and noted that he better win tonight. Zayn didn't like all this negativity coming towards him. And that comment set Jay off. And he just yells at Sami. They show the second part of the Drew video package. And then McIntyre walked to the ring as we go to commercial break. And then we get a 10.5-minute match. McIntyre had the early advantage and dropped Zayn on the commentary table. Zayn took over briefly with a chop block, that is. McIntyre recovered quickly with the Tilt-A World backbreaker. McIntyre went for a superplex, but Zayn poked him in the eye. He followed this up with a sunset bomb. Back from a break, Zayn caught McIntyre with a tornado DDT to take over. McIntyre fought back and hit a Glasgow kiss. McIntyre fired up and ran wild. He caught Zayn with the belly-to-belly suplex and set her for a claymore. The Usos then ran out to cause a little bit of a distraction. Zayn took advantage of this and hit the Blue Thunder Bomb for a near fall. Usos tried to interfere again, and McIntyre recovered and hit the Claymore to pick up the victory. Not really sure why this wasn't a DQ, with the Usos getting involved. So after the match, Roman would come out and attack McIntyre. Remember, McIntyre laid him out last week. McIntyre recovered, but the Usos jumped back into the ring. McIntyre fought back again, but Reigns took over and hit him with a spear. Usos then destroyed him with some chair shots. They tossed him into a barricade at ringside, and Zayn would kick him in the face with a haluva kick against the barricade. Yes, we did, Magmalord. Both times they showed it, the first half and the second half. The Usos then hit McIntyre with the stairs repeatedly, and back in the ring, Reigns screamed that this is his business, this is his industry. Ain't no one gonna beat him. Reigns then sat in a chair that he sat over the body of McIntyre and posed with the belts as Sami and the Usos did the one pose behind Roman. So that comment from Roman, where he basically said, this is my business, my industry. I want someone to take it from me. I think that's a direct shot at Jon Moxley, who on Wednesday said that this is the best time in his career and that this is his industry to run. Well, I think that was a shot at Jon. Shot at old Mox. Being like, oh, you think this is your industry? No. This is my business. This is my industry. I run pro wrestling. I could be wrong on that, but I really took that as a shot straight at Moxley's promo from Wednesday. But a number of things were announced for next week's Friday Night SmackDown that has already been filmed. Roman Reigns celebrates 2 years as champion. Ronda Rousey's final judgment as far as being arrested last week. Karrion Kross makes his in-ring SmackDown debut. Hit Row will take on Maximum Male Models in a triple threat match. And also, who's the third? Is it hold on, let me double check this. It is it's just a tag team match. Okay, I thought it was a 6-man tag. Well, never mind. I'm dumb. I'm not thinking. Viking Raiders versus Maximum Male Models, plus Butch goes one-on-one with Ludwig Kaiser, and the Viking Raiders take on the New Day in a Viking rules match. With that, guys, that's Friday Night SmackDown. That was a pretty good show for the most part. But now, you know what I thought of the show? It's time to hear what you guys thought of tonight's show. Remember, you can let me know by texting in to 510-906-1341. Again, that's 510-906-1341. The number is in the live chat if you're watching on YouTube and scrolling across the bottom of the screen as well. With that, as far as the polls do go first, pull those up. Twitch poll, 89% liked the show, 11% didn't. As far as the YouTube poll does go, YouTube community poll, let's refresh that. YouTube poll is, I want to go, there it goes. 69% liked the show, 24% thought it was all right, and 7% did not like SmackDown. And the YouTube poll, the Twitter poll, 50% liked the show. 41.7% thought it was just all right, and 8.3% did not like SmackDown. Some of the comments here. Good show. I was hoping to see Legado del Fantasma. And it says, even though it wasn't live, I'm glad WWE didn't use those fake cheers. Actually, SmackDown was live. SmackDown was live, guy. They're filming a pre-tape show for next week. SmackDown was live. As far as the text messages do goes, pull those up right here. First it says, Thunder Rope. Nope, not even going to talk about that. Nope, not even going to talk about that. Not even going to talk about that. It says, who are the next challengers for the Undisputed WWE Tag Team title? I have no freaking clue because nobody's built up for it. Nobody is built up to challenge for them damn tag titles. It says, do you think the feud between Sheamus and Gunther will ever allude to the history between Butch and Gunther? Probably not. No. And this person here says, do you think Karrion shows up at Cardiff? Probably. I mean, I don't know for sure, but if I had to put money on it, I would say probably. Probably. But with that, guys, that's going to wrap everything up here for our Friday Night SmackDown review. I want to say thank you for watching live. If you're watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/PW Unlimited, or if you're watching later, youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, or listening on podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. We got nothing else this weekend. We've got Monday Night Raw Monday night. We've got the wrestling wrap-up Monday morning. So I guess I won't see you guys again live until Monday. Have a good one, guys.